Not so long ago, the springtime skies of the British countryside would have been filled with black and white birds, diving and tumbling overhead. They were lapwings. Their displays were once a familiar sight, but are now increasingly scarce. What you see may appear wildly chaotic, almost reckless, but actually it's a carefully choreographed aerobatic display, worthy of any air show. In this film, we'll explore each stage of the display and uncover its purpose. At the beginning of every spring, lapwings converge on farmland to breed. Open fields offer ideal nesting spots and plenty of food for raising chicks. But it's not as simple as picking a field and settling down. Males must prove their worth to watching females and secure the best territories. Enter the display flight. After taking on some fuel and the usual pre-flight checks, the male begins his display, taking off facing into the wind to maximize lift. This is called butterfly flight. Aggressive, exaggerated wing beats, an attention-grabbing opening before the real aerobatics begin. Gaining height and speed, he moves on to his next maneuver, alternating flight. Rapid side-to-side rolls at angles nearing 90 degrees. Slow motion reveals how his wings and tail must adjust constantly to maintain balance. His head remains level throughout. Zigzagging around his airspace, this simulated chase both defines the borders of his territory and showcases his skill. For the next part, he descends for a low-level pass, skimming just above the ground, where flying takes less effort. Gaining momentum for a steep climb in 3, 2, 1, now. At altitude, he levels off, in the high flight section of the display. He's choosing his moment for the most dramatic part of his routine, the vertical dive. He rolls completely inverted, plummeting earthwards in a simulated attack. His timing and judgment must be perfect. At the last second, he pulls up, recovering just above the ground. The display is also a song flight, so let's take a listen. This is used to grab attention. The main song often occurs high above the ground, helping the sound carry as far as possible. The rising pitch at the end is always synchronized with the dive, making it seem even more dramatic. This song is an unmistakable sound of spring. Strange, almost electronic, and like nothing else. A full display weaves together these dives, twists and rolls, often looped into elaborate, repeated sequences. As you're about to see, the level of precision can be truly remarkable. Let's compare 2 consecutive laps of a display flight, side by side, to see how closely the maneuvers match. We begin paused, with both sides at the start of the first lap. Now let's play the left-hand side, but delay the other side until 1 lap is completed. After the dive, he moves into an intricate alternating flight sequence. Not easy to replicate, but we'll find out how well he does in a minute. His lap finishes back in low-level flight. Now we start the right-hand side, exactly 1 lap behind. See how closely he's matching the previous lap. Every twist and turn, though his position has shifted slightly. They are now a few seconds apart. But watch what happens next. Incredibly, the sequences snap back into alignment. This could all just be coincidence. Either way, this level of precision doesn't often last. If a rival male intrudes on his territory, priorities suddenly change. The display is aborted. He must be removed. These confrontations are often settled not on the ground, but in the air. These are not display flights. The maneuvers are now for real. These are contests of endurance and control that push their airframes to the limit. The birds lash out with claws extended. But it's not just other lapwings that he targets. No bird is off limits. Later in the year, this will protect vulnerable chicks. For now, it's about securing territory. When the lapwings intrude into neighboring airspace, others join the conflict, each bird vying for dominance. Just like that, the skirmish ends. Air superiority has been secured. The victor resumes his display. In the sky, he now commands. Now time for the grand finale. With a flourish, he descends for a perfect landing. Touching down triumphantly beside the female. So, was she impressed? Perhaps not. Crestfallen, he walks away. But there's always next time. In both the UK and Ireland, the lapwing is now officially red listed as a species of highest conservation concern. Since 1980, the number of breeding lapwings in the UK has fallen by 3/4. And in Ireland, it's even worse. Numbers of what is considered their national bird have plummeted by 95%. This decline reflects our reshaping of the traditional meadows and pastures that were once their home. But all is not yet lost. We know that even small changes to how we manage the land can lead to local recoveries. Let's hope that future generations can still enjoy the remarkable sight and sound of the lapwing's display flight.